Hello everyone and welcome to today's game of Hydro League between Team GTFO and Ghostlix, and with me is my co-caster Astro. So we're gonna be heading... Yes, please go on.
You can't interrupt me like that, Rick. Come on, man. Like, where's the respect? I'm only joking. Yes, as you've already said, today we have got Goats that fancies oranges and versus Ghostlix. And well, Rick, I tell you what, we ain't playing Clubhouse. We ain't playing Oregon. So, Rick, why don't you tell the viewers what we're playing?
Finally! Jesus. I've been waiting ages to cast a map that isn't Clubhouse Oregon. I think most casters in the chat would probably say the same thing, don't you think, Astro? Because we're gonna go to Head to Villa, the map that, like, it's a map that's really controversial. People either really love it or hate it. Personally, I think it's still very good for comp. A lot of potential, a lot of strategies to throw out. And now the first strategic ban is gonna come in the form of the French shield operator as the Monty goes down. GTFO do not want to have to deal with that from Ghostlix at all. What do you think of the Monty ban, Astro? Especially with the recent nerf.
Well, Rick, you probably know before you used to cast me a good few times. You know how I love my Monty, Rick. You know I used to play the man every day of the week. Yeah, it's kind of sad to see that our man's Monty got banned, and a bit of an odd one. You don't really see him get banned very often. Now we're looking at a Thatcher ban from Ghostlix, and for their defense ban, I reckon we see Mirror. Or not. We're going to see a 1-buy. Your take?
On both bands, Thatcher, pretty standard anyway. You do not want I mean, they are attacking first, so it's a bit questionable. But I think there's like, you know what? We can easily get those bandit charges off the wall, so let's just not give them the opportunity. Likewise. So they're gonna ban Wamai though, because honestly, Wamai is still really strong, even though he lost his shield. So this is gonna make it a lot more difficult for GTFO to be holding on to a certain choke point with a lot of discs and magnets. And so still, he has impact grenades. Also means he can impact trick specifically on Kitchen and on Aviator. I mean, he can literally impact trick on all three sides, not counting Library because no one plays Library as well. So he's strong. I guess that's the only thing I can say about why they would ban him. So we're now heading to Trophy Statue Area as our first site instead of Aviator as a lot of teams usually do. And quite a standard setup here. Switching off from Blackbeard to Ash because Astro, no one but you plays Blackbeard in a scrim.
Hey, watch it. If that's my method of trying to scrim people and play ranked, then so be it, Rick. Sue me, I dare you. But yeah, Blackbeard not being played, very sad. I'm currently crying. Mozzie, along with... Oh, there's no mute, man. We could have had the Mumo. We could have had the Mumo combo, as Kickstar and Taro once said. The Mozzie mute combo is very strong because it takes away your drone economy, and then you're left with just face peeking, and that's never a good option, to be honest.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, Mute Mozzie combo strong but nerfed, so I wouldn't say that they have been exactly powerful. Obviously, they haven't been very powerful at all in the last 6 to 8 months anyway because of Wamai. I don't think it's gonna make a return because literally the only thing that made Mute and Mozzie so powerful was the Super Shorty, and now this guy doesn't have it anymore. He has a pistol. So that's gonna take a lot of... That is actually crucial because it takes away all of Mozzie's capability of self-destruction. He shouldn't have that anyway because he's already quite powerful. That's a cheeky pre-play C4. They joined it out beforehand. It's still there for some reason. And I think JTD's looking to detonate it, or maybe it's Bailu's. Either way, I think with that information, they're gonna be able to shoot it out and they're gonna enter safely. It's gonna be a bit of a headache. Yeah, it is indeed people from the Bandit, so not the Mozzies.
Well, that's a bit of a bro moment when your C4 that's pre-placed gets thrown out, but they haven't really taken this side yet. Mozzie gonna go for a pre-fire, not hitting anything as of yet. Stack's looking to kind of counter his way into the fight, and well, they're just pre-firing each other left, right, and center. And so far, Ghostlix haven't really made a push into Aviator. They're yet to get 90 control, and that's not very good. With Mozzie below looking to toss up a C4 potentially. He's just kind of hidden, and there it goes. Kaboom goes the C4, and well, Stacks is off the board. Now, along with Nomad looking to just kind of pre-fire her way down this corridor, but I don't think they've realized that Bandit is sitting behind the bar here. Maybe yes, no, yes. It's gonna be no, yes. It's gonna be the Bandit not winning, and they're basically equal amounts of HP, but it's gonna be the Nomad that comes on top with a pistol whip, and well, now looking to push 90. They've got man advantage. I say that, and Lost Tracks, he's indeed quoting me there, and he's given his team the man advantage with a 4v3 scenario here.
That was a crucial pick there from both the Nomad and the Sophia. Pick down both the roamers. That was quite basically the roam clear that they needed. And even though they lost the Ash, that was quite unfortunate because they had no idea that someone had information on them, and they got C4 for it. Now he's gonna be able to down him Lucy and finish him off, and now it's a 4v2 as Ghostlix are in the lead so far. Drivery has to make his way back. Sliva has to hold the line, but he's against 3 players and he's not gonna survive the first one. He's gonna go down after pick up 1 kill. It's all on Drivery. He has to make it back, but they know where he is. There's an air jab on the door. He cannot cross this. And now he cannot get a peek on the diffuser either. He almost got a shot onto the sledge, but he's gonna have to kill 3 players and make his way through. He's gonna get 1, but there's an air jab on the door. If he crosses it, he is basically dead, I think. Or is that actually a air jab on red? My bad. No.
I think, yeah, it's on red, but he is going to be able to cross pre-fires. They now know his position. Potentially, he does not know both of the attackers, and he's going to be taken down by Septic. And, well, there goes the Jaeger off the board, and Ghostlix taking round number 1.
I must say, a lot of that round came down to information, Astro. You could see that they had information on the Ash, that's why they C4'd it and killed her easily. They had drone work, so they did not get killed by the Bandits' pre-played C4 from the start. The drone from Ghostlix, there was one in bar, it looked directly at the Bandit, that's how they knew that he was prone. And that's how the Nomad won a gunfight, because he can just swung it with the pistol, and with the peeker's advantage, he totally won that easily.
Yeah.
So,
Ghostlix, pretty... They look to not be as dominant as I thought. And, well, they've proven me wrong, because they kind of swiped the round off the defenders, and kind of said, well, we may be taking our time, but it's worth it because we've beaten you.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being
yeah, well,
attackers.
it's only been 1 round. They're gonna try trophy again. They're gonna have to fix those little, I guess, gaping holes in their boat, like I always say, in this defense, if they really wanna fix this one for their team. Right now, they can do it. It's not like they got swept 1v5 in the last seconds, but a 1v3 is still quite devastating. So they're gonna have to at least play a bit less aggressive. And they had the right idea of the information plays. That was quite a nice C4 from the Mozzie. But in the end, it wasn't enough. They needed more.
That was such a nice play that came out, and that Bandit was just droned out already. His death certificate was on the board as soon as you get a pre-placed drone, and you know that little yellow thing is coming out to help your teammates. So, yep, his death was kind of on the board even before he took, well, as he took that position off, should I say. Stacks kind of droning, well, not droning, he's the entry fragger here. You don't have to drone. He's got the supports and other people to help him out here. And the real question is your team going to be drowned properly? Because what happens if you misdrone something, Rick? You tell me.
Well, here's a bigger question though. Why is Closet unreinforced? This is gonna make it so easy for Ghostlix to be able to enter the bathroom and hold an angle onto Astro. Cutting off Sliva, he cannot play properly around the shield anymore because they can get rid of it a bit more easily. And Driver cannot rotate back up because he's dead. He does have the ADS. This is the position that GTFO wants to play on, but it's gonna be difficult without that wall reinforcement.
Oh, he is not gonna trade any shots. I thought he might have, but there he does a tiny bit of damage onto Nomad just through the wall. But JTD and Bandit holding down the stairs, and well, this is the push that Ghostlix now have to decide if they're gonna push down the stairs. It needs to happen now, because if not, it's gonna be a struggle. C4 denial is a big factor if you refuse to push down the stairs. But the position that Jaeger playing currently, not the best. Attackers can easily rush you, but speak of the attackers, it's gonna be Zofia taken off the board by JTD on the Mozzie with that lovely angle. Septic just able to grab the bomb there and make his way out, but Davari's gonna get one to Krazen. Well, there's the second one to Stacks. He's popping off, and I tell you what, Ghostlix aren't looking so good for this round.
That was such a crucial kill there from Drivery to pick up those two players coming up from the basement. I think someone gave the shot call to push up against this guy on Astro stairs. It could have been right, but there's a gun barrel and he sees it and he's gonna get the kill easily on Sliva. That is kind of why you, well, you gotta swing when you hear them. Because if you let yourself get exposed like that with a gun barrel, you're gonna die. And Driver picks up his third. Can he find a fourth? He can! GTFO, the very convincing round, but more so from Driver, he picks up 4 kills in 1 round against Team Ghostlix. And now we're gonna be heading up to our next site, which I believe will be Aviator. But now we're 1-1 up, Astro.
And I may, or probably I am going to butcher, I think is it Davari or Daviri? I'm not quite sure how to pronounce your name, so I do apologize if I butcher it. But 1-1, both teams kind of walking in a stride. Ghostlix just needs to find what they found in that first round and bring it back to pursue more rounds, to be honest with you.
I just say Drivery, Astro. I don't think it matters that much. Like if it did matter, he would just say, "My name is this and this, by the way. Please make sure you get it right." So I don't think it's a big deal. Like, I mean, like, you know, back when people call Bola Boilo or Biolo or whatever, like, you know. I mean, at least then he told them what it. I mean, at least then he told them what it actually is, instead of just shutting up about it. So, you know, if they have a problem with it, they will complain about it.
Yes, names are a struggle sometimes. I tell you that. You can either get like people with X, and you don't know what to call them because there's an X. You know.
Yeah, the people with like X in their names.
Or I don't know, but you never know. If we accidentally butcher your name, it's not on purpose. We love you all equally. But JTD, potentially looking to jump out, go for a spawn peek. Yes, no, yes, and he is gonna find the head of Septic, and that is the Habana off the board, the only hard breacher. And Rick, I'm calling it right now. I'm calling it. I'm saying GTFO taking this because they've got rid of the Habana, which is so necessary and so key.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, like, right now they're like, who spawn peaks in a scrim? I mean, the answer is GTFO, of course. But I think it's also up to, it was also a bit Ghostlix's fault they did not have someone watch for that run out. Like, you can't expect, I mean, you don't run out in a scrim because it's so easy to get punished on that. If it is so easy, you would have the drones watching that. So, you know, that should not have happened at all. It should have been JTD dying on that one. But now, Bailu was dropped from statue and he can now look up to flank Astro. But there is a flank cam up there, which means if someone's sitting on it, which likely will be Septics, and Bailu could be in a lot of trouble. But it looks like no one noticed until now. There's the air jab setting up, but it's so easy. Like, that's really terrible air jab. You can get shot from that. But they have figured out that he's here. And he's looking push up again.
Oh, he's heard it. Surely he's heard that air jab. There's no way that you haven't heard this.
Just crouch down and shoot it. He knows. He
knows, but Lost Tracks knows better. He gets one onto Sliver, and well, now the Nomad in a real sticky situation as she seems to get pushed by Jaeger here. But Jaeger doesn't know the positioning, and he's gonna take damage. It's kind of an equal fight now. Now Jaeger kind of knows, but he's not entirely sure. Flashbang is gonna go out, not gonna fully blind the Jaeger. Jaeger to look to push up the stairs, but he's not getting anything out of it yet. But Bandit's still below, looking to pull off the flank, potentially gonna get a kill here as well. Pre-fires are just going back and forth. Jaeger, Nomad, but nothing out of it as of yet. JTD now looking to push up. He is not gonna grab the kill onto Craze. Craze is gonna start to cook a nade. It's gonna fly out. Is it gonna connect? No, it's not. No damage done, but they now know the bandit's on the flank. He's gonna be killed. Shot down dead into the astronomy by the low Nomad, and she's gonna grab a double kill, especially with that last headshot one looking real nice. And well, Rick, I think I spoke too early, to be honest.
You jinxed it.
Wait. Oh yes, we've done it, Rick.
Yeah, you've done it.
No.
You've definitely done it, Astro.
I've done like 6 weeks. Oh no!
Wait,
Yes!
no way, no way,
I haven't.
no way.
No, there's no way Islanti is able to.
Oh, he's dead, he's dead, he's dead.
Detonated by the
Wait, no,
Nomad
no!
grab.
Oh!
No! And somehow the Malusi
No!
is getting the 4K, saving the team, and what? No way that just happened. Alright, Rick, I think we've seen enough action for today. You want to call it there? You want to just end the stream? We'll call it there.
Slybus going off in chat right now. That was
Oh,
such a throw from Ghostlix, I don't get it.
Yeah. Yeah, that was like a collat. Like, Malusi got that double kill to start off with. And then you got picked up one more, and somehow full HP Ash versus Malusi on 10 HP. Not working. It's not. I don't know what to say, Rick. I'm gonna be 100% honest with you, Chief.
Yeah, well, I don't blame you. I don't think we really can say anything else other than the fact that that was a complete throw from Ghostlix. That was easily their round. They came back so strong in that one. They were 4v5, but they managed to bring it down to 1v4. And then someone just gave a shot call. Okay, guys, let's all rush through the landing door. Surely nothing wrong can happen if two of us stack up and the other guy doesn't get the refrag. Nothing at all. And then also, Stacks. That should have been his skill. The guy was literally air jabbed. I do not know how he did not, like, kill the Malusi. I think he just didn't know where the Malusi was. And that was the issue. And, again, that could have gone to Ghostlix twice. But it just didn't. And that's so unfortunate.
Yeah, well, somehow Goats, that fancy oranges, was able to walk away with the clutch of Lantu. And, well, that is a well-deserved clutch, Rick. I'm not gonna lie. If you're getting that 4K, yeah, you deserve it. But, I want to see if the GTFO can really show Ghostlix that they're the more dominant team here, and they're gonna walk away with today's win. You know, if you're holding the off night perfectly and you're able to win all 3 sites, then you're looking really, really good. But that's not the case, as JTD is going to kind of be flushed away as the window's open to kind of make them fall back to a more safer position. Now they're looking to push towards Ash, going to go for the counter swing. There goes the head of JTD, and it's going to be Stacks on the Ash. He's going to regain a little bit of confidence, but Jaeger looking to counter up. He's going to get 1, he's going to get 2, and well, GTFO have swung the round back into their favor.
This is like them playing the Iron Man strat, where they just like, okay, Frost, you're first up, swing these guys. So the Frost dies, and they're like, okay, it's Jaeger's your turn, go up and swing these guys. So they're just gonna force 1v5s. The entire team sits back and baits, while one guy just comes up and tries to kill everyone.
That's just
and it always works, Astro. Like, they don't expect it. Why is there only one guy peeking and no one else is trying to refrag? You know,
you don't really expect the double swing.
And yeah, exactly.
But 3v4
so now,
situation, you know, still up the stairs. Ghostlix have really got to make somewhat of a push here, considering there's 2 players up the stairs. They need to decide what they're doing here. If they want to continue with the vertical play, go for it. Make your mind. But if you want to go for sight, now's the time to start to drop as they push. Taviri kinda out. No, Zofia gonna be sending out a concussion. Taviri's not gonna land the headshot, and it's gonna be Zofia to get it onto Taviri. And I keep on wanting to say Nomad. I don't know why. Not sure why, Rick.
Well, Bandit, it's your turn. But
yeah,
I guess not.
Bandit.
Actually, it is. It is.
He swung. Oh, He's gonna be droned out here, and damage basically done to all three operators here. Smoke looking to go for a push. There goes the canister. It's gonna do a bit of damage onto Grace. Talk about a bit. It's gonna do a hell of a lot of damage. And well, Septic's gonna get one onto Lantu. It's down to Sliber and Bilu. But Septic's gonna be down and lost tracks. He's gonna get one, but it's a 1v1. He's gonna.
Oh my god!
Canister. He's gonna die to the smoke canister.
And the frost mat!
Finishing it off for the frost man. You never expected.
Oh my god.
Hashtag frost shots down 30-second meta.
I can't believe it, Astro. That frost mat was genius. They're like, okay, if the guy moves up to melee the bulletproof cam, surely he will back off a bit and walk right into my frost mat. I guarantee it, guys. And then he actually did. I guarantee you that GTFO are having a laugh right now in their team chat. They're losing, let's say, losing their shit.
They might be losing it a bit, but JTD coming out from a 6-pick from Warden onto Clash. Clash is a real good operator pick, in my personal opinion. She's a legit wall. A wall that tases you to death. You know?
Yeah, like...
If you can't clear that Clash off early on the board, oh no. You are done for.
Yeah, and thing is, Clash is also... They basically buffed Clash again, I think, because she was the one that was least affected by the shield nerf. And then they kind of reduced the guard break, so it's actually... You can still... Now you can rotate, so like before this, if you were Clash and you got melee, you would have to rotate around to avoid getting shot at the foot, you know? Then they nerfed that, then you couldn't, and now they did it, so now you can do it again. And now she's basically the strongest shield operator in the game.
Yeah, I would agree with that, to be honest. But now JTD's kind of just playing really aggressive. And kind of just waiting, and out there goes the kill, this swing from Bandit, there goes Stacks, he's off the board, and... Well, that's a bit of an ouch moment. Kind of debated by the Clash. That's an F. But Jones now gonna... Seriously, they gotta be careful. Because, you know, if something's backing up JTD here, GTFO, sorry, no, not GTFO, Ghostlix, they're in for a harsh ride, Rick.
I'm not sure whose idea it was to allow this Ash to just swing in. I mean, the thing is... Why would you swing in there when you just got the call, okay, there's a Clash right on the door. Let's just swing in, because there's no way the Clash will move to the side and let someone else peek, because now you're static and locked in animation in one spot. That is the freest kill if I've ever seen one for Bailu. And he's gonna take that opportunity with the help of JTD. And GTFO picked up the first kill, like you said, very easily. So now it's a 4v5 again for Ghostlix. And they're about to lose this first half as well. They're gonna have to step up here.
Yeah, they're really kind of struggling currently with everything, but nonetheless, you know, minute 30 on the board, they might be able to bring this back, or they're not going to be able to because too much time has passed. It's up to them. Air jab going to go out and essentially stop JTD from, you know, pushing out, because if he pushes out, that air jab's going to be detonated. He's going to be in a world of pain. But look at this, he's just tasing them, you know, he's taking HP, and that HP, you know, in a gunfight, you're gonna kind of start to worry, I guess, if you think about it.
Here's a close-up from this. He's gonna, yeah, I expected him to do exactly this. So that, that they got in her air jab though, so he can't push through like he wanted to, but at least he's wasted some utility from the attackers. Now they can air jab again and take out the air jab, so now he can push up again, and he's gonna be such a nuisance for the Ghostlix. They're trying to try nade it, but there's an ADS in their way. It's gonna be so difficult. The Clash takes minimal damage, and he can keep tasing off the life from the sledge as Bailu peeks it. Laiba goes down to 10 HP because of an aggressive peek there, but he doesn't get fully punished as of yet. Now, someone's gonna be pushing up.
It's the aggressive play, by Septic, but he's going to be taken down almost immediately by Belu, who's just kind of backing out. There goes the twirly whirly from the clash. Deviri's going to get one too. I don't know how to pronounce your name, I'm sorry. Well, Zofia's going to get one. Zofia's not going to get the second as Deviri finishes the round off with Goats that fancy oranges, taking another round and well, putting us at, is that 4 or 5-1? 5-1.
4-1 so
5-1.
far. We've got
5-1.
one more round going, but it's gonna be a 5-1 Astro. I agree. But yeah, like the thing is, that is what a good Clash player looks like. You can tell, because you know, if you don't play Clash around your team, then yeah, Astro, you got the most Clash experience. Actually, the only experience I have is playing casual and just whipping around on some guy with a 360 and killing him. But that's literally not how you play Clash. I think you know exactly how to do that. And the thing is, because you're the shield player, and the thing is, if you don't play it around your team, then you suck. But JTD plays around his team. His entire team picked up so many frags that round just because of the Clash alone. And they're gonna attempt it again because it just works like so well, because Ghostlix do not know how to deal with the Clash at all.
Yeah, when that Clash is kind of just standing and playing with the team, it's gonna hurt. It's gonna really hurt because, well, you don't know, you can't play too aggressive. You play too aggressive, you get slapped right down. If you don't play aggressive, then Clash is just gonna tase you to death. And you know, if you got good team coordination, 1 Zofia concussion, shoot the legs, maybe 2 Zofia concussions just to help it out, then you should be okay theoretically. But you never know, do you?
Well, if only Kali wasn't a completely useless operator, then she'd be a fine counter to Clash. And well, you know, if only, Astro. So now JTD was trying to spawn peek with the Clash. He's gonna back off. He does have a good gun for that, but he doesn't get anything out of that peek, so he's just gonna back off and do his thing now. And by doing his thing, I mean doing his actual job.
Yeah,
Now,
well,
and GTFO's gonna
30
wait.
seconds. Only 30 seconds has been played, and JTD still in this Clash, and I like the way he played it last round. And if he continues to play it, he's I'd rate him as the MVP of this match, you know, or you know, my personal favorite player for this match. This is, you may be playing a little too aggressive, but shut me down because you're gonna get a
Wait, they
lovely
traded.
kill. Wait, oh, they traded. Wait, no, it was the Jaeger who killed.
No, it was a bandit. They traded.
No, they didn't.
The Jaeger's and Astro. They traded.
No, go into Bird's Eye. Go into Bird's Eye. Go into the overview, Rick. Show me. Oh, but never mind. Jaeger's going to be taken down. JTT's going to be left all alone, and there goes the melee. And well, Cyber and Lantu, it's all down to them. Lantu's got to get another clutch to help his team out, and well, Cyber just really got to step up and play an aggressive kind of smoke, or you know, even detonate 3 canisters, waste time. Minute 30 on the board. Attackers have got loads of time to rotate. Speak of rotating, it's going to be Zofia looking to repel onto the 90 window. Sliber looking to push back, but he's not going to find anything as he goes down the stairs, potentially for a vertical play. Oh, I don't think the Zofia is going to expect this.
Yeah, at this point, they need to play aggressive to bring it down to 2v3, because they do not want to get turtled down on the site in a 2v4 like this. Now, Sliber's need to push up the stairs. Is anyone watching? That's the question. Bird's eye view, like you wanted as well. And someone is definitely watching. Sliber's gonna be in a bit of trouble if he moves up here.
Yeah, he's got to play his time right. The angle he's holding is very good. Just wait for them to push you. You can play passive with it, at this point. But there comes one kill. It's going to be Lantu. Nomad looking to go for a swing here. And is she going to be able to pick up the kill? It's going to be a yes, she can. But Smoke is going to refrag that, trade it back, and well, it's a 1v2 scenario. And Ghostlix, we've seen them do, I don't know, dodgy things in the past and potential throws. So they've got to play real careful, considering the track record right now. But, you know, Sliber looking to rotate, and I think, yep, it is going to be Zofia looking to cut Sliber off. And if he doesn't get off this pre-fire, then it's going to be a bra moment, but it's going to be lost track. Simply better. He is cracked, and, well, he's getting the kill onto Sliber, leaving us with that 4-2 split.
I'm thinking that if the bandit did not trade there with the sledge, that could have easily been a GTFO round. Even if he didn't get the kill. Even if he didn't kill with sledge, Astro, and the bandit stayed alive, that definitely could have been a GTFO round. The fact that the clash and both roamers died there was really what signaled the downfall. And down they go. So they didn't go 5-1. I didn't call it Astro. I called it, but I didn't get it, unfortunately. So we're gonna be...
Called it, you didn't get it, you know. The caster's curse, not today. Not today.
Yeah. So we're gonna be in a 4-2 split. That's not too bad now for Ghostlix because, you know, attack. This is still a defender-sided map. So I guess it's fair. But they need to at least get 5 rounds if they want to shut out GTFO here because they're in a very strong lead. And I usually, you know, they break the momentum. They need to break the momentum of GTFO, that's it. I mean, if they did it last round, they need to keep going on defense. But here's what you wanted to see, Astro, like all the way back on round 1, mute Mozzie combo.
Yeah, wait. Mumo? Mumo? Yes! The Mumo has been summoned, and I like this, you know. You know what time it is, Rick? It's time for me to waffle into Dronacon. I cannot speak today. It's time for me to waffle on some drone economy. Whoa. Round ain't even started, and goats that fancy oranges. Drone economy's already down to 7. That's an ouch, especially with the mute and the Mozzie on the board here. You're not looking very good. Unless you've got straight gunning skills, Ghostlix are gonna have the advantage here because you're gonna run out of drones real quick, and that's not gonna help you in any way. I like the kind of setup they've decided to go here. They got some long angles for potentially, you know, if they decide not to go for that study take, they can use these angles in a later fight. But nonetheless, Ash looking to push down main stairs, or sorry, up main stairs, should I say, and potentially grab a kill onto someone.
Well, these are quite interesting setups. When was the last time you saw something like a, when was the last time you saw like an Ella, and a Mute Mozzie and Iana and Dokaibi in a competitive game, Astro? You can see that, you know, they're doing something interesting and new because the meta is changing. Now the grenade's gonna claim the Goyo shield, and that's gonna force stacks against the staircase. And he's gonna see the Iana push in and get that easy kill onto Drivery, or Drivery, whatever. So it's a 3v5 now for Ghostlix as their defense is holding strong. Bailu was fell previously also by stacks, but it was the mute to finish off the kill. So good coordination there, and 3v5. It's gonna be quite tricky. They still have the hard breachers, but they have no utility destruction capability except on one more Selma. But I doubt that's enough here.
Oh,
He's gonna run in.
The play, he's just looking to run in, and well, no one really protecting sight. Here comes the swing, and well, it's gonna hit onto Ace's dome, and that's hard breacher out of the dome. Is Septic is able to get a kill onto the Jaeger here.
And it got diffuser dropped as well. It's gonna be quite difficult now for GTFO.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard, and well, maybe Ghostlix are looking to come back now from a 4-2. We'll really have to see how GTFO play this. Lantu looking to sneak into sight, and is he gonna find it? That's a real question. Ozzy looking to swing up. He is gonna find one, but the counter swing potentially coming out from Ella. That is gonna be yes. Lantu's gonna be downed, I believe it was by the Goyo, but Craze is gonna pick up the kill onto Lantu. So team effort makes the yeah, team effort coming out there, but you know, as they say, teamwork makes the dream work. And it's all down to JTD with no drones, and well, he's not looking particularly good. But I say that, but what a shot onto Stacks. He looks to swing in, he isn't gonna pick one up on to the Ella, and it's gonna be Caselli? I'm not quite sure. And Caselli.
Yeah.
Caselli is gonna pick up the kill. That sounds right. That sounds right to me.
Like, I guess it kind of all came down to those reckless plays from GTFO. They just ran in, 2 of them ran in downstairs and died to the same exact guy, and then when the ace just ran straight through study and into sight, that is, I don't get it. And in those last seconds, there was truly nothing the Coyote could realistically do. Perhaps if he actually got the vertical grip on SMG-12, he could have picked up the kill onto the Ella, but that's about it. That's the most that he could have done extra if anything else happened differently. Because like, you know, like honestly, why would you put an angled grip on the SMG-12? You would want to have the most amount of recoil control as possible. And the thing is, the SMG-12 recoil, ADS time is non-existent because it's an SMG. So, you know, why? But anyway, I don't think I'm here to question their attachment choice. I'm here to wonder whether Ghostlix can make this 4-2 comeback. They're now 4-3, and they are only 4 rounds away from taking this map. And in the next 4 rounds, anything can happen, Astro.
Yeah, that is very, very true. Anything can happen in the next 4 rounds or so. And right now, you know, Mumo coming out, it's kind of working with GTFO right now because, you know, drone economy is poor with GTFO. It's kind of getting drained with the Mumo. Already down to 9 drones. That's an okay start for your drone economy. You know, you don't expect to start on 10. You always expect to start on 9 or 8. No less than 7 or 6 though, because that's kind of what I call the danger zone. Like
7 is definitely the terrible.
Yeah, 7's the
Ooh.
danger zone. That's a placement and a half, but it's what's it gonna be, Rick? It's gonna be lost to the mute jammer, and what does that leave them on? 1, 2 plus 1, 7. Wait, 6. 6 or 7, I think. Something
6 drones. No, 5 drones, because one of them's muted. 5 drones.
That's true, and wow, what a grenade play from where? Down below, the Vari with the cooked nade. It's gonna down stacks, but here's the question. The Vari doesn't know because points are off. Is he going to go for the push?
Uh-oh.
Doesn't look like it. Ash Charge is gonna be... Oh, Grace is gonna get dropped here. He's not gonna be able to pick up a kill, and that's a double for the Ash here. Getting the teamwork is the dream work along with the Vari. You know, that's a great play right there, and goes the fancy oranges. They're now looking to take a round, leave us at 4-4, but Lost Tracks is gonna say no. He's gonna get 1 back up to the Very. That's a lovely refrag, and well, Septic still on this Ella, potentially looking to play aggressive here. You know, Scorpion has like 41 bullets, something like that.
Well, 41. 41.
Yeah, 3 drones and a minute 20 left. If they get rid of these 3 drones, I reckon Ghostlix, are gonna be taking the round here. I'm not gonna lie.
Astro, this is still a utility game. Not a utility game, this is still an FPS game, and like say that JTD kills Kissley, because you know it's an FPS game, and just because you only have 3 drones doesn't mean anything, Astro. Now Septic is gonna have to pick up the round for his team here because he's the only one on site, and that's now the only one alive, and he's not gonna be able to do anything at all because he's just gonna get shut down. JTD picks up 2 big kills, finally with 2 of his own. I think that was 3 actually, and the round finally for GTFO going 5-3 up, and so far they look quite strong on the statuary and trophy defense, but I think that came down to Draveri's grenade right there, Astro. That alone picked him up 2 kills, and in fact that the mute also potatoed on the Ash. That was quite a Pepega moment.
Yeah, that was a bra moment, or Pepega moment, as you just said. That's just, you know, as you said, you've told me to be quiet because, you know, it's not all about drone economy, and you're right, it isn't all about drone economy. It's also an FPS, it's also about utility, it's also about getting kills for your team and getting those kills in time.
Oh, see, Astro.
Yeah, I guess all we have to do is wait and see on how Goats at Fancy Oranges plays out these next round, because, you know, one more, they've secured themselves draw at worst case scenario. And Ghostlix, they need to be very, very careful. They are treading on eggshells, you know, they're walking on very thin ice, because one round and they are, best case scenario, looking to get in a draw. They need to be careful. They need to get these next 2 rounds to even up to 5-5, or even, you know, 3 rounds to secure a draw for themselves.
Well, It will be interesting to see how this mirror can be played, because they're about to reinforce all 3 walls of the site, which means it's gonna be placed somewhere else. I don't know where the second mirror window is gonna go. This is quite a bit questionable setup, because if the attackers take 90 control, they can easily shoot at that mirror. And the mirror would have to be backed off by then, otherwise he's dead. So it's not the
very
best.
true.
So Mirror's not the best operator on this site, Astro.
Yeah, you know, you gotta be smart where your mirror placements are, because sometimes you can let it fall into the attacker's hands and then you're just in a bit of a sticky situation and it won't help you. But, you know, if this nade is cooked perfectly and someone's standing there, that is gonna be a brawl, because they would have been blown to smithereens, I guess. It is gonna get the bandits off the wall though, or wait, the mute
That was the
jammer,
play,
sorry.
I think. That was the intended
Yeah.
play, I believe.
If that's to get the meat jammer off the wall, yeah, then well played, I'll give it to you. Ash charge gonna go up, and if this mirror is pinged, they can easily get it from below. I have no doubt that this is a freebie if they can get it from below. That mirror is easy pickings.
There's 2 roamers downstairs, so Ghostlix is looking to deny this entry from the driveway. He's gonna run in with the Ash behind him, so the control being established downstairs in Mudroom first of all. But of course, there are still 2 players in kitchen, and they found him. But they're gonna give them a call, and it's gonna force them back a bit, because if they get close enough, they'll get, you know, they'll hear them coming. So the mirror's now gonna get, well, blown from below and open up, and that's the end of that mirror play, Astro. That's why it's very vulnerable, and you need to establish that downstairs control. But Ghostlix is not gonna care at all. He's gonna kill the Ash and takes him out. So now Traverse is being forced up against a wall here. Literally, he has to walk up here. Sorry my language. He has to walk up the stairs because it's 3v5, and he's being forced back up. His teammate's gonna try to call to at least give him some information for him to swing this safely. But it's gonna be very difficult because the mirror window is still popped. Even though it's popped, yes, it is still gonna be quite difficult to push past that, especially with 2 players behind your heels. There's C4. No, the grenade doesn't get anything. He knows where the Jaeger is. He does have support from his teammates, but he's looking the wrong way at the the wrong time. He's gonna get punished. It's now a 2v5. And 2, grenade will get burned, and I think this is it, Asho. This is the Ghostlix round.
Yeah. It's really looking to shape up for the Ghostlix round as 2 of them stack on stairs, and Lantu looking to push with the C79, but Sliber's gonna get one. Lantu got to be real careful here because, well, he's got a secondary versus that, Jaeger's C6, is it C16 carbine? He gets a kill
416.
as well. 416 carbine, and Crazy's gonna finish it off.
Well, good round there from Ghostlix, even though they did lose that initial bit of control. I think they didn't really care because they just killed the attackers downstairs. So they're up now 5-4, and comeback potential is still real, Astro. But right now, look at the lineup, Astro. Look at the lineup. You see an operator?
Oh, ho, 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 ho. Oh, ho,
Yeah,
ho.
you know what I mean.
Oh, yes,
you know what I
Rick,
mean.
and you know what happens when this happens.
We'll have to see whether they actually do it or not. Because sometimes...
No, don't, no,
never mind.
Boring.
Sometimes
Well-
they do bring the mirror for the utility, for sure. But, I mean, mirrors... sorry, I mean Finka. But Finka is mostly terrible. Unless you need to revive someone or save them from a cap. But for one, there's no cap in play. And for another, most attackers are killed anyway if they're stuck in a 1v1 when there's no refrap potential and they get down. They just die. So there's no point for Finka. Except for a rush, of course. But that
I
did
mean,
not happen.
rushes are fun to watch, but they don't really happen very often. If they do, they're extremely amazing to watch, and they're either extremely coordinated, either coordinated or not coordinated. But I guess, we truly just gotta wait and see how this kind of plays off, what's gonna happen. How they just genuinely play this. Sure.
Wait, sorry? Sorry, I didn't exactly hear that, what you said.
I'm struggling to say stuff.
Bomb located by attackers.
Yeah, well, I guess
Just
me
waffling.
too, to a certain
My-
extent.
My waffle is kind of just gone. I'm not quite sure what to say. Why? What did you think I said?
I have no idea. But for now, looks like Ghostlix are playing very aggressive up close and personal with the shotgun, like you always say, Astro. Up close and personal. And with that shotgun, obviously, it's gonna be very easy. Now, JTD is the only one on rappel here. So Septix, he's quite safe for now, because there are no grenades, so he's fine. But if someone finds him, that's gonna be quite the issue. And Septix, he could go for the aggressive player if he finds out there's only one player on that balcony, because there is.
Yeah, Septic is, you know, that shotgun is deadly to deal with, and JTD is gonna get concussed here. But I don't know if he's realized that Septic's playing in this corner, and surely he's gonna hear that phone ring out, and he's gonna look to
He hears
rotate here. And Septic has got to be careful because you know if he gets spotted out, he's only got his pistol. He's gonna swing down the stairs, and he's just gonna go for the aggressive play. He's gonna swing out, and there goes JTD. Dead on the floor. There goes a Twitch, and well, looking at the scoreboard, been doing pretty well. 7 and 7, I think. That's a good scoreline. You know, you're getting frags constantly. But you know, that's a player off the board already, and there goes your second as Bilal is taken down, and Goats, the fancy oranges, aren't looking so good. But Jaeger's gonna be taken down. That's gonna leave us in a 3v3, and well,
Cool.
you know. Phone is going to be hacked potentially from the Doki here, and that's going to give them even more intel. It's going to give them access to cams, and well, going to help them a fair bit.
They use color Doki.
Yeah.
Yeah, and now it's a 3v3, because down goes Craze as well. This 7-7 score doesn't mean anything anymore for him. And he's gonna take, Lost Track's gonna try to take the gunfight against this player to see who's gonna claim rivalry easily. It's a 2v3. Just trades back and forth. But it's going more and more in favor of Ghostlix, even though... No, never mind. It's going more and more in favor of GTFO, even though they're trying really hard to fight back here. Septix and Stacks have to catch up now. But he does... But they have to push in. I don't know where the push is gonna come from, though. They have to get into bar, I think. But Stacks is in the corner, he's gonna get one. It's a 1v1. But with the shotgun, no way he can lose this. Septix has to do something. He has to get back in. No! Surely.
Yeah, it is. It's gonna go off, and we're in the.
Well, he's looking the wrong way.
He's looking at the wrong way, and well, Sliber gonna do a lot of damage, and Septic has got to be careful. This is the round where either GTFO is gonna get the draw, or Ghostlix, sorry, is gonna walk away with a even Stevens. But there you have it, GTFO. He's gonna take down Septic. Sliber clutching up for the team, and I guess Ghostlix are kind of kicking themselves for it, to be honest.
Yeah, like what was Septix still doing in study even though it was a 2v1 on site? He should have rushed back in. Because if he was on site, he could have easily denied that plant. And even if the guy got off the plant, there's no way we could have won that gunfight because it was a shotgun, the LS shotgun of all shotguns, Astro. So that should have been a Ghostlix round. But now they're gonna be forced to take a draw here if they can make the comeback, because if not, GTFO is just gonna take the map for free.
Yeah, 100%. I couldn't agree with you more. But that's the draw. Secured at worst case scenario. And Rick, do you see what I see?
Yes.
Are you thinking what I'm thinking?
Yes.
Defenders, protect your
Doki,
bombs
Lion,
from being
Jackal.
used by attackers.
That's the dream team for a rush.
Yes.
I think so.
It
That's a dream team to hunt down a rumor.
It is, yeah. That was the entire reason why Lion got nerfed anyway.
Yeah.
Like even Lion back then wasn't that strong on his own. He's strong, like very strong, but not like OP on his own. But with these 3 combos and there were no op bans, that was super OP. So making the comeback is a 2018 meta, and let's hope it never actually like, properly makes a comeback. But let's see how GTFO plays this round, because it's a bit of a questionable setup here from Ghostlix, but it looks like they're playing mostly upstairs, I think. Not a lot of utility on site, as a matter of fact. So, you know, 4 players in one place, and yeah, Astro. Yeah, Astro.
Wait, what's happening? Here we go. Potentially, maybe, the very looking for footprints, and the drone's gonna come in from Ash, and now they're potentially looking to just hop in and phone call away from kind of silencing their footprints. But here we go, here comes the push, the coordinated three-man looking to spread out, and there goes the first kill, there comes the second. GTFO are looking really good, and that's going to give them that two-man advantage. Baylor just looking to peek around the corner. I think he might be caught off guard. Another line. His drone is going to be sent out crazy. He's going to take some damage here, but he's kind of stuck in this corner here. Toki's going to go for the swing. He's going to take out the mute, and well, Lantu is going to finish it off along with Bilo, and that's GG's in the chat.
Wow, that's definitely a round straight out of 2018 if I've ever seen one. And yeah, that was a valid attempt from
I think that was
Ghostlix.
such a nice rush. That was so coordinated. It was such a coordinated push. I like that.
Yeah, for sure. So, you know, they really tried, but they could not fight back against the 4-2 scoreline. That would have been better if they got 3-3, but in the end, it didn't matter. 7-4 for GTFO, and they're gonna take the map and the 3 points. And so, do you have anything special
Well,
to
I
talk to us
guess
about?
that's our game for today. So, you know, it's been Goats that fancies oranges that walk away with that 7-4 scoreline, sorry, and versus Ghostlix. So, I've been Astro, and hopefully
And I've been
catch you
Rick.
next.
Yeah, catch you next
See you
time.
next.
Indeed. Good night.